NC State 3-6 following a 1-point victory over High Point their last time out. They're in a building situation right now in their conference. Duke wins the opening tip and we are underway. Great to have you with us. Plays with a couple of foul shots there to make it 2-0 and the theft. Banchero on the attack. He'll slam it down. Paolo off to the races, the nation's #1 true freshman scorer, to make it 4-0.
We get an opportunity to see Paolo Banchero getting out in transition. An easy bucket for him, but as we talk Wendell Moore, last year was a struggle reason why they score over 80 points per game.
Way downtown, Edwards, that'll clang away. Tough rebound in traffic, and banked up and in by Davis, who's their #1 shot blocker, gets about 7 a game.
He's really become the point guard for this team, and of course Jeremy Roach, who played predominantly the point guard position last year, has moved off the ball and allowed Wendell to be the primary playmaker and take it to the chest of the Blue Devils, but that time Mark Williams won the battle.
And one clangs away by Rayshawn Edwards, the 5'11 sophomore, but the follow is up and good.
Absolutely, and got a game winner to his credit, going on the road at South Florida, coming up with the game winner. And we see Trevor Keels holding the 3 fingers after knocking down the 3. And
already won 3 times as many, so they're going in the right direction.
And Coach Matlock in his first year, that's what he's simply trying to do, is build a culture of competing.
Swing on the baseline for Joey Baker, who's hitting about 40% from three-point land. And Duke with a 3, and they've hit a couple early. It's Keels on target once again. In 2 weeks since they last got to the hardwood. Man, that's an eternity in a college basketball season. Sweet little turnaround by Banchero.
Knocking down the 3 ball, and of course, we talk skills. We've got to talk about Banchero. Knock off Tubby Smith and High Point, and right now, playing, of course, against the best competition in the country here at Cameron Indoor.
Tough shot here by Baker.
One of the veterans on this team who's seen a lot. Of course, Joey Baker, a holdover from the Zion year where he burned his red shirt earlier. So we know that Joey Baker has seen.
Wendell Moore trying to take the baseline. No contact there. Banchero strong up and in. And a foul, and he'll be at the line.
You know, and again, I'm a good sport.
You are.
I mean, because, you know, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not messing with the GOAT.
Nor should you, as Roach unleashes and knocks it down. He's the #1 scorer on the team, the 6'6 sophomore out of Memphis.
And that's kind of what we would expect for a team that hasn't played in 2 weeks.
Well, he's backed up and in with it. They tried the alley-oop. That didn't work initially.
They won. And, of course, he doesn't have to have the issues with mom when he gets home.
Exactly right.
We all know that's a much bigger
Oh, my. Well, more than anything, times 10. Roach will drill that one. Tapped away by Baker on the theft. Ahead for Moore. Dribble down and he'll lay it in. That's smooth as it gets.
And I'm wondering how it was that was not called a jump ball, because when you go up with the basketball and it gets blocked, you come down with it. That's a violation. It's really been the one component that they haven't added to what is already a very potent offense. But it looks like it's starting to come around.
Smooth move there by Cameron Jones. He has 6 points here in the first half. Baker off the fake.
And you see South Carolina State win the zone. You're going to find a lot of that if you're the Blue Devils.
That's smooth, too. Wendell Moore.
Finding Wendell Moore, who's not just the guy that plays on the perimeter. He can get them done in the paint as well.
Oliver Hampton with a jumper. Swishes that one in.
We're talking with Coach Matlock and his staff earlier today. I asked him, I said, hey, did your team come in and take a picture with the D in the middle of the floor?
Bulldogs hoping to cut in before half. Just under 6 minutes to go. Dave O'Brien and Corey Alexander with you, and that one's going to be on target by Oliver Hampton, who's heating up. He has 9. Banchero back for Roach. Shot clock down to 12. He'll swing it up top and swished in by Blakes, the freshman out of Somerset, New Jersey. Now looking forward to the entire ACC schedule with you as Moore launches and swishes in the 3.
Mark came up as to whether or not, how well this team could shoot it this year.
Gary backs out for a 3. That won't drop for him. Keels, tough angle, but he lays it in. Wendell Moore has really put together a terrific season. Will drive it and kick it. Swung up top for Keels, who's been hopping on 3. Going to go underneath instead. moving the ball.
So they're going to have to get those assists way up, which they have done.
Griffin going in strong. A.J. Griffin.
On the back of my door at halftime. I had to make sure I got back before the second half started, but half times I had to go work on my game.
Yes, slammed in on the follow by Williams.
I like Williams right there, crashing the glass, coming up with the big bucket.
Keels hit a couple of quick threes to get the offense started. Now he's going to drive and kick for Roach. Here's a three.
Beautiful basketball. And Trevor Keels gave up a layup to find.
Also leading the ACC in assists. Over the top, that would have been a tough play for anyone. And Davis in the open floor, and he'll slam it down.
Have the personnel to be very good defensively, and it showed early in the season.
Well, you've got to play defense if you're going to play for Duke. Sweeping inside, and 2 there for Madlock. He has 4. 66-31. Here's Keels attacking up top for Williams. Puts it to the deck and slams it home. Keels sweeping in and gets it to go, and he'll be at the line. A nice night, 14 points for Trevor Keels. Here's Oliver Hampton to knock down a shot. Griffin thought about stepping into a 3, drives it instead, then drops in 2. Won it back for a moment, another scramble for it. Here's Cameron Jones, and he'll score it. He hasn't had many highlights tonight, their top player, but there's one. He has 10. Here's Baker from the corner. He can hit that all day.
And again,
like Leonard's program at Florida State, which has been so good for so many years, off to a very choppy start, but you know, fast forward a month from now, what are they going to look like?
And that's what Coach Hamilton will tell you. And that's what Coach K will tell you. And his ability, you know, physicality, of course, that should be an A+. And then his ball handling is an A. His shooting, coachable. And I talk about his character is because Paolo will be the first one to tell you, I don't do anything without Mom. She wasn't ready for her baby to leave Seattle. so therefore, he waited out, and of course, the perfect timing for him. But if it were up to him, he would have been here last year playing for the Blue Devils.
And Duke already making a run at 100 points, 86-39. So once again, abusing a Bulldog team. Nice effort there by T.J. Madlock, the coach's son.
Rooting for the Blue Devils. In that one, I talked big stuff while I was doing the Jim Maui Invitational about what Duke was going to do to Gonzaga. Yeah. And I'm just glad my guys stepped up and got it done.
T-Mobile doing that game with Dickie V, and they looked untouchable at that point, but it was only a matter of a few days later that Duke knocked them off.
They really were. And great moment, by the way. Of course, I know your story passed with Dickie V, and I'm glad you had that opportunity to be the first person that he worked with coming back this year.
I was too, believe me, as Edwards will drop in a long-range 3 here. We'll really realize how active he is there. And in a lot of other things, he's got a lot of interests. Griffin will switch that in right at the shot clock buzzer. But, you know, what will he be doing?
Coach K, and again, I can't tell the story, but when he's done, I hope he tells the story as to how he saved ESPN relationships with the ACC.
I think every American owes him a debt for the work he's done, coaching the national teams and being incredibly successful in that over and above what he's done at Duke.
And Michael Savarino was the first Duke player on the court getting up shots today. So being rewarded for coming in, getting his work in early. Wendell Moore Jr. both taking a part in. And Kara is an excellent basketball mind.
Sure is. Women's NCAA tournament was her first major gig. We did 4 games in 1 day. And in the first game, she was working the telestrator, and she had never done it before.
Absolutely. I mean, NBA coaching experience, and now with her own opportunity to run her own program. And like you said, she just picks up everything.
State here at Cameron Indoor. We capped the day with Buddy Boeheim and Syracuse taking on Lehigh at Carrier Dome. And a terrific afternoon of hoops, and that one stuffed in by Worthington. Getting over 100 points, 6 Duke players in double figures, led by A.J. Griffin with a career high 19. And there's the final horn.